But that goes for us too, because we'll be playing the games along with you. To be honest though, we are no experts on the subject. I mean, all I have to offer are my own experiences. Oh, and the experiences of my friends, which are varied, to say the least. Like Audrey, my girlfriend.
The information I got about sex came through images and nightmares of diseased genitalia in Mr. Carroll's freshman year health class. In 2 short weeks, Mr. Carroll introduced me to a vast spectrum of sexual health lessons where I quickly learned that if I kiss or pet a boy, what does that even mean? That I'd probably survive adolescence, but if I touched anybody below the belt with my hands, mouth, or whatever, I'd probably get gonorrhea or chlamydia or syphilis or AIDS and die. Oh, and if I let anyone touch me, same thing, including Matt, my boyfriend. That was useful. I spent the majority of sophomore year associating intimacy with death.
My girlfriend Emily taught me everything I know about sex. Or we taught each other by trial and error, emphasis on the air. We had this huge learning curve to get around because we were each other's first, which we never really talked about, so we kept doing it, not once did we talk about it. Never did we say what worked and what didn't. This huge lump of awkward fear crawled into bed every time we were together. Not exactly the type of threesome most guys dream about.
You know, I got my information about sex from my religion and from God. Or, no, not exactly from God. He didn't call me into his office one Sunday afternoon for a heart-to-heart and the birds and the bees. Okay, but I got my religious views on sex from my religion, from prayer, in my church youth group, and once in a dream. I listened hard. Somewhere around 8th grade, I started to get confused. Like, my body seemed to want sex. Or maybe not sex, because I had no clue what that actually meant. But certain parts seemed to want something. And so then I got more confused, didn't know what those parts were, or what they did, or why they got warm every time I saw my friend Brianna uncross her legs during English class. Enter more confusion.
Me and this girl are really close. Close enough to talk about anything else, but when it comes to sex, we don't talk. And the longer the silence lasts, the weirder it feels to break it.
When word got out that chlamydia had swept the sophomore class through oral sex, my school went nuts. Terror that the students were going to get it from the toilet seats, terror that it would lead to infertility, disfiguration, or death, terror over talking about it. The administration responded to the chlamydia outbreak by throwing a basket of condoms, remember, in every guidance counselor's office. And never mind that we had to humiliate ourselves in front of the adult we met with to choose electives. Never mind that we had no idea what to actually do with the condoms. Never mind that condoms didn't solve the issue of protection for female oral sex. Never mind any of it. Never mind.
Never mind the confusion.
Never mind the conversation.
Never mind the fear.
So, my understanding of sex came from Audrey, who couldn't see past images of warts, sores, and pregnant 12-year-olds burned in the back of her mind. Katie, who was too concerned by fear of a journal damnation to speak a word. And Elijah, who was having more sex than any of us, but still couldn't talk about it. It's pretty cloudy outlook, right? What's yours? Open the envelopes on your desk and take out the green cards. These cards are influence cards. On them are names of people and things that influence our ideas around sex. Think about who you talk to, who you learn from. Where do you get your information? Our idea is to take the card that most influences us and put that at the top of our game board. So, for instance, I'm most influenced by the opinions of my close friends, Katie, Elijah, and Audrey. So I'm going to put close friends at the top of my game board. I'm not really part of any youth group, so for me, that's the least influential. I'll put that one at the bottom. Then everything else goes from most influential at the top to least at the bottom. Oh, and try to do this on your own because ideas about sex are different for each person. I know, ours sure are.
And remember that when we talk about sex, we don't necessarily mean intercourse. So expand the word however you